Alright guys, thanks for tuning in iCup TV. You'll be your epic and awesome and fun caster Bits here. And you guys are doing iCup Clan League Season 20, week number 4 between BaD After Dark versus wOk Clan. And yeah, so this is going to be series number 3 actually, game number 1. So let's introduce our players. Now spawning at the 12 o'clock will be the pink-white skin color Protoss. It'll be BaD After Dark's Feeling. Now spawning at the 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock position, maybe even 5 o'clock maybe, it'll be the blue wOk's. It'll be the blue Protoss wOk's Yansk here. Now, both players of these were the 2v2 in the 2v2 that I just casted, and yeah, I don't really know much about either player. Yanks, I thought was a Zerg player, but I could be wrong. I cast so many games, I cast so many players that sometimes I go through. But Yanks has been a recurring player a lot, and you know, I have to commendate for him just for that reason. But it looks like standard, no crazy stuff going down right here, just different pylon positionings right here. Now the map is Pathfinders, and while I talk about this map, I also want to quickly just mention though, this is series number 3 because, or series number 2, whatever I want to decide the title is, but because it was a we don't have the replays for Dan Julio versus wOk's Pro versus BaD After Dark's Julio. I just want to put that up. So pathways is like it's pathways. I mean, there's 1,000 ways. You have a main, you have a standard, natural, blah 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 blah. It has interesting actually. It's very interesting mineral patches because there's like 2,000 and then like 750. I don't know what's with that, but what have you. And then after that, you're pretty easy choke to hold off. And then there's like 1,000 ways to go around. Just look at the mini map. You can go like behind here, you can go up around here, and then your third could be over here, or if there's another way up there, you can take a third back here. It's very, very, very crazy. And a lot of time players will take the third, a gaseous third, because it's very easy to secure. You can wall it off from any kind of run-bys. And then the third will, and then it kind of spirals out whoever has map control and how it plays out there. It's what I've seen from this map. Now, while we're actually getting the game, we're going to be seeing regular standard opening from both players right here, or from, at least for Yanks right here. He's putting down Cybercore timing, 215, standard timing, same thing right here. This Cybercore came out a little bit faster because he decided to get up his Zealots later, I think? I don't know. I mean, sometimes the Cybercore comes out like 10, 15 seconds a little bit later, depending on the player. I don't really know if that's just cutting off a probe or getting off another pylon, but what have you, that is the case here. And we should know now. Feeling should know the scouting position of Yanks here because he going spawn in one of 3 places. So yeah. Now what are we gonna be seeing here? We're gonna be seeing just regular gateway. 1 Zealot so popped up for Feeling right now versus no Zealot for Yanks here, which means that Yanks is playing a little bit more not as aggressive, super fast. Normally the Zealot means any kind of early game pressure, but when you're going 2-gate goon, it doesn't tend to do that much. And he's probably just gonna be scouting with it, just trying to do something with it. Maybe you can get 1 or 2 probe kills before this Dragoon comes out, which I don't think is gonna happen. As the version is fairly long. This probe's gonna be getting here. Maybe he's trying to put down a mana pylon. We'll be getting it down. He will be putting down a mana pylon. Nice by Feeling, gonna be doing that. It's kind of what we're seeing from Assassin's Draw, but he's gonna be doing that. Maybe this is just getting more and more standard, I guess, in PvP to start putting down these mana pylons. But again, it's gonna have to come down to how Yanks reacts to this. Will he go off a lot of probes? Will he deal with this Zealot getting in the main base right now? Probably gonna get a probe kill as he only has 1 Dragoon right now. Has he still got his timing straight? Yes, he has. And he's still producing more Dragoon, so he's not. Bandit Pilot really hasn't done too much. I mean, he's not microing his visibility right here. The Zealot has got no kills, just gotta follow that. Just putting some early game pressure on. Just make sure that he's not gonna be passive too much. But that Zealot's still gonna be in the base, keeping in mind as well. And putting down another pylon here, getting a little bit supply blocked at the same time though. If that pylon should be done by the time these Dragoons are done. So it's not actually supply block, but it's just looking for that Zealot, which he should find. It's like a cat and mouse right now. And he's putting down a 3rd gateway. So we're gonna see a 3-gate goon attack, maybe timing attack. Maybe behind Nexus, probably defending behind it. Probably the best thing. He could 4-gate too, but not heavily recommended. Now the problem is, as long as Yanks isn't caught out of position by a huge swarm of Dragoons here. Now, Yansk is has more Dragoons right now, but that's just because he had a 2-gate, and now he's getting up his 3rd gateway. So these are going to be able to start, you know, like, cramping out, crunching out Dragoons very, very fast. So right now, even though Yansk looks like he has a higher Dragoon count, by the time he gets over there, there's going to be way too many Dragoons to deal with. So he's going to get in there and realize, okay, I can't do anything. Now he's going to be on the retreat, which means he's going to be taking fire. And this is going to be the problem because he's going to be retreating, taking fire from his ranged Dragoons. And oftentimes what that means is that now he's going to be at a disadvantage. He's not going to be on the high ground. Okay, here we go. Dragoon on Dragoon battles, trying to micro the best visibility as he can right there. Not too bad, but again, these three more Dragoons have popped right here. And did I ever tell you I love this color on Protoss? Did I ever tell you that? But I mean, this push is really not going to be able to do too much right now. It's 3-gate to 2-gate, and it's just not going to work out too well. And he's going to go for it. He's going to take a lot of casualties right here, and here we go. He's going to be running away from here. But it's actually somehow equal in the Dragoon count. He's actually losing a lot more than he should be, right? But it's 4 Dragoons on 4 Dragoons, 4 Dragoons on 3 Dragoons, 4 Dragoons on 2 Dragoons, 3 Dragoons on 2 Dragoons, and 3 Dragoons on 1 Dragoon. Somehow Yanks has somehow evened out, but again, he's going to have 3 more Dragoons by the time he puts it out here. And 4th one, he should push back here. It's a 3-gate. He's going to be getting up Cyber Observatory, actually. No, I was thinking Shuttle Drop, Reaver Drop, excuse me, because he went 2-gate. So, yeah, no, there, it's just a little bit more delayed. If you guys didn't know, I mean, Protoss and PvP often can go 2-gate. A lot of times, if you're going for a super fast Reaver Drop, you do a 1-gate Cyber Core opening with range, obviously, but you get the support bay up that much faster. But you could do 2-gate. It's just gonna be a little bit more delayed, but he needs to push back here. Yanks can get. Feeling is going to be able to break through this as long as he's continuing to produce out of this. He's taking his own expand here. Now he's gonna be going for it again, but somehow I don't get how Yanks has this Dragoon count, and Feeling is not playing very well right now. He's going out and taking way too many hits right now, and he's not taking an expand anymore because now he has to produce a whole bunch of more Dragoons here, and maybe Yanks would be able to push up here and do enough damage. But keep in mind though that Feeling does have the high ground advantage, and it's proving to be very, very effective right here. And it's just starting for time for these Dragoons to come out. Keep in mind as well, 38 supply to 35, so really not that huge deficit, but we're gonna be seeing that Reaver coming out eventually coming out. He's just waiting for the guys to probably start shuttles sooner or later, but I'll keep my eye on that. And tech for Feeling has pretty much been inconsistent. Finally getting the support bay out of the road facility down, and he should have finally enough to push this back. It's kind of been back and forth, and you know, my prediction was incorrect. But, I mean, somehow, it's just the control from Yanks has been so superb. He's just been able to keep that Dragoon count up. And also keep in mind that Yanks has putting down that expansion down at its natural as well. And he has an observer in the base. He's reading his opponent very, very well. He's going to have a support base. He's going to have Reavers coming out eventually. He's going to be able to do this. And he has a surprise tech advantage to him. That, by the time he gets this done, by the time he gets the observer, by the time this is done, by the time the observatory is done, by the time the observer's done, and by the time he sees this, he's gonna be too little too late. As long as he's actually starting to produce a shuttle, which he should be doing, like, right now. Or a Reaver first, I guess. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe he's just getting Reavers in his army. Reavers are never a bad thing. But, I mean, getting that shuttle just helps him out so much more. And, we're seeing a game that Nexus, and we're also seeing, I mean, if you just look at the APM thing, we're seeing like 219 to 150. So you're seeing I mean, it's like 60 APM difference there. Now again, you're not like microing of the butthole right now. I mean, it's just spamming, but the potential to do that is very, very good. Now, what that means is that APM might be able to go and actually do Reaver micro with the shuttle, which would be much more effective. But we'll see. Setting up 3 Dragoons, 6 Dragoons, 10 Dragoons to like more than 10 Dragoons. I lost count. I was doing them in groups of 3, and I just saw after 10. And he has his Reaver, but it's stuck. Oh no, he's stuck. The poor Reaver. The poor Reaver. He's just chilling over there. He can't do anything. What's wrong with him? No, Reaver, why? No. I'm not sure if he realizes yet. I'm not sure if Yanks realizes that yet, but gonna kill off one of these pylons or a support bay or so. Saturday night for the best bet's probably kill off the pylon, or 2 pylons actually. Or actually no, he should be gonna bring out the shuttle. So he's playing that anyway, so he didn't have to kill off anything. But Keep in mind though, he's gonna have to use that. Oh, well then, oh, and he does kill off the observer here. But he did see the tech, he did see the Citadel. If he may have, I'm not sure if he did. But Citadel is gonna come, so maybe potential fast DT. You know, throw off their opponent, but But the problem is, I mean, he's gonna be going into that anyway. Does he have shuttle speed? No. He should get that shuttle speed eventually, but there's a lot of Dragoons, a nice concave. But keep in mind though, I mean, if, for example, Yansk, I mean, this is just theorycrafting here, but what Yansk could do is if he sends up a Dragoon here, he realizes, oh hey, I can't go through this. He could just go around the back, keep in mind, because there's this whole back part, and then go in, and then bam. But I mean, then he could just A-move back into hit. Then again, Feeling could probably just go run right into Yank's base. But just putting that out there. Now, we're seeing any upgrades right now. Templar Archives has just been placed down for Feeling right now. This is actually around the time where you would get Storm. So he might be just getting standard Storm timing as well. And because it's around 11 minutes. You can get it as early as 9 minutes and 30 seconds and as late as like 12:30. In the game is what I've noticed for standard timings of Storm. So yeah, so it looks like he might just follow up with like 1 or 2 DTs. But the Reaver has gone in there. How many pros has he gone? Oh my goodness, that was game changing right there. I want to see how many kills that Reaver has right now. That is devastating. 115 supply, and you can even see that after that his APM just slowly just shuttered down. 150 now. It was 150, now it's 116. Again, you can just, you know, you slow down once you take losses. I mean, you just slow down and you just get thrown off your game. Like, what do I do now? And then you're just, you know, like, okay, what do I do now? Yeah, you're still at 114. He's slowly losing down that APM. But he's gonna be going for it. Does he have the Reaver as support right here? He does have shuttle speed. Is he getting shuttle speed? He does not have shuttle speed. Here we go, really. Here we go. So here comes the Yanks. The Yanks has a very, very good positioning here, but to keep in mind those Feeling is a better concave, and with that Reaver in the back, it doesn't really matter. That DPS is just too good, and there's just too much stuff coming out of Yanks here, and this is probably going to be game changing because Feeling realized that he needed to go attack, but there's just too much stuff coming out of Yanks right here, and he should be able to clean this up very, very effectively right here. He's off of 4 or 5 gateways now. He's probably getting +1 at the same time. No +1 right now. He's not getting +1 of his own here. He went for Fast Archon, easy getting Storm. He does not have Storm available to him, and I don't know. I don't know what the point of the Fast Archon is. It's really not going to serve a purpose right now. They're beefy units, but he needs to stay on that main Dragoon army, and he needs to deal with this shuttle right here. All he has to do is, oh, he targets fire the shuttle very well. He probably should have just dropped it out of there instantaneously here, and we'll have to bring transferring those pros back the way to the main base here, and then that's going to be taken out right here. Argon is out though. Will do enough damage. Will do enough to the timing factor for this. Dragoons do clump up. They will do their splash damage on them. If I remember correctly, they are doing the splash damage, not and they're pretty beefy, but he will be target fire down, and it's going to be 5 Dragoons and 6 Dragoons, which means, do the math, and that means the Yanks should be able to win this victory, and that's 3 on 3 Dragoons so far, and speed locks are going to be over here, and should be able to clear this number down. Yanks Dragoons were fairly weaker here, but those reinforcing Dragoons and Cells should be able to clear this number up, and we should be seeing a GG very momentarily. There's a GG, and remember guys, I don't even know when this replay ends. Ha 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 ha. It's actually black on my screen, but anyway, regardless, very interesting game though. That Reaver harass was phenomenal. That was the really game-changing thing. Feeling couldn't do anything. He attacked. He didn't have enough, and Yanks overall out-macroed him overall anyway. But their harass really threw Feeling off. Any kind of defensive position Feeling could have been in really threw that off, and now he won't have the income to deal with that. So what we pretty much see from that game is that you gotta know what your opponent's doing. Get that faster observatory out. 3-gate Dragoon's good, but 3-gate Goon is what you want to push with, not sit back on your bases. You want to do the aggression, and I feel like for that you should have a little bit more better micro Feeling. Not saying that it wasn't bad, not saying it wasn't good, but it's just you want to work on your micro for any kind of early pressure that you're wanting to do, and you want to secure damage. That is when you really want to work on your micro capabilities, because I mean, macro doesn't matter at that point. That's when you're microing your units up to the fullest, doing maximum DPS. Now the late game, yeah, of course, that's mainly macro and mid game macro. It's always better to have more units than micro units. But keep in mind when you have more units than your opponent does, and they're out microing you with 1 less gateway and that many less Dragoons, it's kind of concerning. So just be a little careful about that, and that's pretty much the only thing I can say about this game. So that means that Feeling did lose. So BaD or no, Brood War After Dark is actually down 1. So wOk's actually won so far one of these series, one game. So, and also keep in mind that wOk won game series number 1. So guys, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Peace. And I'll be signing out. I'll be back for game number 2.